You celebrate is what you won't be found in. 2219 warnings have been given. Revelation is my name, although I'm off this fitting. Without cussing, cursing is what I'm good at. I'm in the wrong universe trying to get back. My comics on me, you know I show it back. MYECOMICS is the best. I guess you know why. I'm trying to quit and please just with just a snap. You wanna see my dark side when I start to snap. Step back. Rap, so better beware. My issues and problems keep growing longer than my hair. Sounds like I'm biblical with comics. Trapping quarantine. Both off this softening scars. It's feeling. Gotta keep my lust of blood in check before I spill it. I'm a day. It's trying to handle my life. I'm wrestling on the biography of riddles. You can never understand it. Your mind spark up a middle. It bring light to my darkness.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We don't. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Ooh. Oh. Ew. Ew. Oh.
When it comes to comics, we watch the movies and shows to put it all together so that you can see how it flows. Drop in and learn a bit. Yeah, we some blurs with it. Even if you burnt and lit, like, subscribe, and don't forget. Listening to Frankie J, watching my comics. L to the P, breaking down my comics with Midnight Assassin and but I changed that. With Midnight Nisi and Revelation, my comics gets down with no hesitation. My comics keeps me
My comic.
entertained.
My comic.
Man.
You know, that rhyme would really be fly if you didn't have that Eagle shirt on. But you know, we're not gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
but you know,
Don't
we're gonna
tell
talk.
me
We're
Giants.
gonna save that. We're gonna
Don't
save
tell
that.
me Giants.
No, come on now, come on, son.
Now, if
Patriots,
you Baltimore, that's fine.
Patriots, Patriots.
Oh Lord. Hey, we
New
got that
England,
was a nice get back, wasn't it? That
New
was a nice get
England,
back.
New
That was that
England.
revenge. That we the revengers. We the real revengers.
Oh my
Thor
God.
didn't know what he was talking about. Cause I'm just saying. It's gonna be decades before we see an Eagles Raiders game. Cause the first year of my life, it was Eagles Raiders, the first Super Bowl that they came into. But then the second Super Bowl, 2004, or technically 2005, we yeah,
What happened? Y'all did
Brady.
what? Yeah,
No,
who'd y'all lose to?
but we got that
Who'd y'all lose
revenge
to?
in 2017. We got that revenge.
But still, who'd y'all lose? Who'd y'all lose to? Again, I wasn't sure. Was it New England?
Brady and the refs. Brady and the refs.
Did New England play that
Brady
year?
and the refs. Don't
For Brady
Brady
and
and
the
the
Rams?
refs.
No.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I know Frank. Like,
I
I
couldn't
ain't
remember
with
that.
that. But
Mm.
hey, but Patriots. Oh my goodness. Still
Yeah, still, regardless,
Hmm.
win, lose, or die,
respect,
I'm red, white, and blue till the day I die.
respect. Can you
Yeah,
Some
imagine what
because
I went through in high
we
school in the 90s?
we sucked all those years. New
I'm
England was
pulling up on you.
horrible.
Put some respect on my name. You already know what it is. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
I wasn't gonna do it.
Really,
Hey,
really, really, really.
hey,
You know what? The
I
day that I get
understand.
control of that button, you suckers,
oh,
okay? The
oh
day that I
I
get
God.
control,
understand.
you suckers are gonna rule the day. You are going to rule the day. Mark my
Hey,
words. See,
I wasn't gonna do it. Y'all on it. Y'all are, hey, the Eagles, the Jackson
all I
You
know
Five.
is
They're
some
you
gonna
hate
play
because
the
you are what?
LA
Patriots.
You a
Rams.
Steelers fan, right?
Nah, Jacksonville Jaguars for life.
Oh my,
Oh, that makes
mute
sense.
mute yourself on that one. Mute yourself on that
You
one.
know what I'm saying?
Now it makes sense.
And look, I ain't even know football. Um, I don't even watch football. Don't hate on me because I am a true blur. I don't even
Yeah.
watch it. However, if I have to rep a team, it will be Jacksonville, and I'll tell you the reason why. Tell the reason why. Number one, I'm from Jacksonville. But number two is for the longest, when we was growing up, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, we in the big one of the biggest cities in the United States, and we ain't even got a football team. Like
Yeah,
we
I
ain't got
can
a football
understand.
team. I was about 25. So
Oh man.
I don't know, 30 or something. So I
I'm in the
said, I'm gonna
biggest
rep
city in
Jacksonville.
my state, and we're never getting an NFL team.
Don't say
Yeah.
never. Don't say never. But guess what? I mean, Jacksonville got one and we didn't have one. And and and,
Man,
and then that's the other piece too. The football teams that y'all talking about, them some more established teams, traditional, been in the game for a long time. And a lot of people hate on Jacksonville.
my
We
team
gonna make it one
has
day. Okay.
my team been there from the beginning.
Anyway,
But the
that
state
what's
I
the
live
Dexter?
in
You know
now,
what? The Eagles will end up on Dexter's table, so just know that.
Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes and let them have their football talk for 5 minutes. I'm gonna go
no,
get me some water.
I'm gonna
I'll be
let y'all
back.
know. I'm gonna let
Ah.
y'all know. My city, I'm in the biggest city in my state. Yet we have the amount of people in my state that we probably lost from COVID.
What?
Yeah, that's how. I mean, when I first went to Charlotte, I first went out to Gastonia, as far as on the East Coast, to actually live in my grown up life. Because my dad's side of the family from Camden, New Jersey, Baltimore,
Okay.
Maryland, and my dad lived in Philadelphia,
Right.
North Philly to be exact. oh, mm. But my first experience as an adult living on my own was in Gastonia. I worked in Charlotte, North Carolina, then came back, then went out to Atlanta. Well, specifically, I've been in Stone Mountain. I worked in Doraville, worked in Decatur, lived
You
in the
all over
actual
Georgia.
city, well, that area. It's a
Right, right, right.
small area to me, but the amount of people was something
Per
new to me.
capita. Right.
Because like the area, I'm like, I swear from Decatur to let's see, about College Park, I would say. That's like traveling that distance is nothing to me traveling the distance in the city I live in.
Hmm.
But it like I'd be trying to explain to people, I'm like, shoot, you can get on one bus and travel through 3, 4 different cities.
Oh no.
You know, in the same time it takes you to get from the east side to the west side in my city, you
Oh
know.
yeah, that's
So,
relatively.
but when I was a kid, it was always Bugs Bunny that made me jump up like he said my city. He said my city, you know. So I'm sure you know what city that is, right?
I only remember
Albuquerque.
Bugs Bunny talking about Albuquerque.
Yes.
Yeah, Albuquerque.
Yes.
Albuquerque.
A L
Got
B.
to the right
Can
turn
you
at
do y'all? Can
Albuquerque.
you
Albuquerque.
eat?
Yeah, I shouldn't have missed. I missed that turn at Albuquerque. You always
Yeah.
missing that turn.
Yep. That
Albuquerque
was
had
the
it messed
one
up.
time. And
Yeah.
now, matter of fact, I live like what? I can walk
The
to
Bugs Bunny turn.
Walter White's house.
That Walter.
I'm not joking. I am not joking. That's how close I like you. You have an idea of the area I lived in or that I live in right now if you watch that show.
I break it
Gotcha.
down.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Even though the original character is from Oklahoma and all that shit took place in Oklahoma. Cause you got people
Mhm.
that be coming out here thinking that shit really happened out here. I'm like, I know things are bad in my city, but
Not like that.
yeah. Well, I mean, might be a bit worse, but just yeah, I understand why they placed it here, but I'm talking about I understand on both sides of how you would look at it. Like, is
Hmm.
it because the state pays these movie companies a lot of extra
Probably.
money for filming
Probably is
here,
revenue. Yeah.
but also because of what's going on
Sometimes
out
it could.
here?
Sometimes it could be the aesthetics too, of what it looks like in their mind, the
Yeah,
writers and all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that
yeah.
was a good series. That was a good series too, by the way.
And I still haven't watched it.
What?
Yeah. Everyone I know keeps like,
Listen,
how
let me
you
tell you,
who you are
I
and you
hit
haven't watched that.
I hit 3 deer watching that series one time. I had it playing in my car on my iPad, and I was looking down and wasn't paying attention. 3 deer was standing in the road. Boom, ran right to the deer because I was watching
Wow.
that show. Yeah, crazy, right?
Wow.
It was like,
Okay.
yeah. So
I know
that's
I
how
know I gotta
intriguing it was.
see it. I
Yeah,
know
you
I
got
gotta
yeah.
see it.
It's a good show.
But I know we gon' he said we could get a little bit of time to talk about Dexter.
Hey Siri, off.
Man. Reminded me why I fell in love with it to begin with. That
Dexter is
show,
type of show. It's you don't want to believe something like that is happening, but you absolutely kind of know something like that is happening. Like you just like
yeah.
there is a person out there doing that. I don't care what
No,
they say. They do that
what it let me know.
that just puts
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. I would say that just put it's like almost like that is art imitating real life right there. I believe that. I believe there is a Dexter somewhere.
Wait, where does it begin? Art imitates life, life imitates art. That's the rest of it that a lot of people I've noticed don't seem to mention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's that
it's a
blend.
circle,
It's that
not a
blend.
square, not a square,
Yeah,
a
no,
circle.
definitely not. Definitely not.
But
It's that circle.
but that could what it let me know is they got some motherfucking killers making these damn shows and making these movies. They got some real killers up in there that know about this type of stuff, or of course, to be fair, so I'll say allegedly, but to be fair, they're probably interviewing them or taking time because, of course, I know on Netflix they got a bunch of
Documentaries and stuff, yeah.
yeah. So,
Inside the mind of a serial killer, inside this, inside that.
but
So
Dexter,
yeah.
oh my goodness, because I'm sorry, I side with the dad to where I'm like, hey, maybe that's the dad in me, but what is the point of the trophies? Why keep trophies?
It's a memento. It's like a
A
memento.
way to
It's not,
get caught.
no, not a way to get caught if you hide it properly. And I know he does get caught, because of. But if you hide them properly, no, it's you can go back and do like a remembrance. I don't know, if you keep something from old relationships when you break up, you go back and you reminisce on the good times,
Yeah.
and his good time seems to be killing people, so he's
No,
going back
I'm
and he's
just
reminiscing.
Well,
I
to
just
add on what she's saying, a part of him keeping the trophies is truly his serial killer side. That's
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
That's what keeps us grounded. I mean, that's truly what keeps us grounded to he's a serial killer. Because remember what his the overall show is he is a serial killer, but then his dad made him into a Batman. His dad made him into a Daredevil. His dad made him
Yeah,
into a Punisher. But then to
a
keep
yeah,
him
hero.
grounded, right? Yeah, hero, anti-hero.
anti-hero. Yeah. You gotta
But his
say
dad,
anti-hero.
right?
He's still 150 kills, serial killers.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say
And
that
that
better.
and his code is you can't take out an innocent person. And so
Right.
I feel like that's closer what to Punisher, Ghost Rider. When he's staring to your soul, your eyes, and if your soul, your sins are clean, I mean your soul is clean, he can't do nothing to you. But if you got some sins, you gone. So Dexter to me, him keeping those trophies, one side of
See,
that is definitely the serial killer, but then the other side of it, I kept saying the whole entire show, like, bruh, you gonna get caught.
now you bringing that up, that just raised the question that I actually had, that I tend to have when it comes to dealing with characters like Dexter, or that I believe fit in a specific type of box Dexter will fall into, which is what would happen if Ghost Rider gave him the pen and stare?
Oh shit!
Because y'all
Okay.
remember when he looked into Thanos's eyes, right? And at the end and stuff, where it was specifically Cosmic Ghost Rider, and he will wake up every morning and make Cosmic Ghost Rider give him the pen and stare like it was a cup of coffee. you
Yeah.
know, like it's like what would happen if Ghost Rider actually looked into, gave that stare to Dexter?
Uh,
Would it be similar? Like, because there's some folks, I believe, I'm not sure, but I think with the Punisher, it was the whole, well, he believes what he's doing is right. Like, for that pen and stare to work, you gotta know at least a tiny bit. You gotta know that what you're doing is wrong, or
I mean,
there's some
he
wrong
knows
to
what
it.
he's doing is wrong. I don't think he ever negates that, but he thinks it's justified. He thinks
Yeah,
what he's
so
doing is justified.
I guess my question is, would he
Oh,
feel
did I
it's
lose you
more
guys?
justified, or like is he satisfying the anti-hero in him? Like, hey, I'm taking all these people out, but they're all serial killers.
Well, so
People that kill innocent people, or is it because of he needs to feel that urge,
so
or
so
fulfill that urge?
I think they explored that in the episode, the season with his brother. Like to me, him and his brother is the opposite sides of the same coin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So his brother did it for pure joy. You know what I'm saying? But he still had the same thing inside of him as Dexter's, the dark passenger that we would call it. But at the same time, he only did it to take out bad guys.
Well, yeah,
And then I think
yeah. See,
the other piece to the show is kind of like I throw in other people characters in here to give context. Like you'll see in a Wolverine story, where they say anybody who's around Wolverine eventually dies. And then Dexter's whole storyline, that's a part of it. It's like you got 7 to 8 things as a part of Dexter's story. Like anybody who's
I would
around
say
him,
bad
they die.
example.
They
I would
die.
say bad example
Now,
because yes, 99% of the people around Wolverine gonna die because he gonna simply outlive them. You know what
yeah,
I
but then
mean?
99% but another 50% of them around them, they gonna die just because somebody else took them
Knowing them.
out because it took them
Yeah.
out because they was close to Wolverine. I mean, regular human types, but that be the story of his life. And because
Yeah.
I'm a Wolverine fan, and every time I read one of his things, that be the thing. Like, oh, if you a whole lot of people die, and I felt like when I'm watching Dexter, I get that same vibe, like, and so in the Dexter Resurrection, what is his name? Batista's pointed out to him that everybody around you has died and it's all your fault. And it's like somebody
He
came
ain't
on,
wrong.
but somebody came on and they said, I was watching their video and they said, well, if LaGuardia wasn't looking into this, and this, this wouldn't have happened to her. If Batista, if this wouldn't have happened to her, if Dokes wasn't doing this, he wouldn't have
Yeah,
died. So they start pointing
true.
out a lot of things like, yo, if they didn't do this, like Dexter didn't directly unalive them. That was on
But
them.
would they have been on that path if it wasn't for Dexter?
No, they wouldn't have
That's the
been
thing.
because they were being nosy. They were being nosy. Had they
Exactly.
minded their
That's
business,
why I said Batista wasn't wrong. Yes, people around because they started getting curious about Dexter, so they started moving in ways they wouldn't have been if they were just looking for the Bay Butcher. You know what I mean?
Bay Harbor Butcher.
There you
yes,
go. You
they
know what I
harbor
mean?
butcher.
If they was just on the path of hunting the Bay Harbor Butcher, that would have been one thing. Look at how long they was on his path before they started thinking about Dexter. So
Right.
yes,
Well,
Dexter
well,
is technically responsible for their deaths.
Dokes always thought something was wrong with Dexter, though. He always thought it was something off with him.
Yep.
Yeah, but
So his path was going to lead him there anyway because he always thought it was something. He always thought
but
Dexter was weird.
is
but
that a
look,
surprise
Dr.
considering?
Umar gonna hate me for this, but I kind of felt like that's our thing that we have with some YT people, like this mug strange. You could be a serial killer. Like I would look at Dexter. I mean, if without knowing the show, and be like in the back of my mind all the time, this mug right here, something ain't right with him. I'm wondering what he's doing after work.
What I was trying
He
to
doing
say,
something. I would have thought he was Jeffrey Dahmer or something. You know what I'm saying?
What I was trying to say was, is it a surprise?
Not
that that it was the black character
right
that caught on to him right away,
right.
or was
Surprise,
the first to catch
motherfucker.
on to him. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
he always, but that's what he gets though. That's what he gets for doing that because he
Jesus
should not.
Christ, motherfucker.
He should not have done it. He should have let it be. And if he was minding his own business, he wouldn't have got blown up.
But it took a melanated character. Like I'm telling you, they don't spend all this money to put all the effort they put out these shows and these movies unless they trying to program something into us, and they be telling us stuff, and they like, even with something like that, I believe they letting you know, like, hey, y'all, it's always the black folks that know about something first. You know
Well,
what
yeah,
I
you
mean?
know what? Because it was the black lady who clued them in on Jeffrey Dahmer.
Hey, look, hold on. See, this real revelation. This is why you need to be on TikTok.
Okay.
I'm serious right now. We was live on TikTok. People be coming through and stopping and straight chilling because you're
Well,
just
we can do it.
Right.
We can do it.
We gonna do it.
Right. Okay. So
it took me years before I even let my youngest son, get on TikTok. Cause I was on the whole, oh well, they could be spying on us and shit. You know what I mean? But then my views started changing once I realized, like, hold up, if our government's trying to shut it down, then there has to be a reason. Let me look into this. And after looking into it, I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, I should have been on this a while ago.
Yo, but let me give you. I shouldn't even. Well,
My
so
bad, but go ahead.
Fast Pass, Fast Pass is owned by the Chinese government, and you know how many people credit card information and all the information you put in
That's
there,
owned
they
by the
have it.
Chinese government.
Right. And then in Texas and Arizona, a lot of that land out there has been bought up by Chinese and Asian people. But my thing is, who sold it to them? It wasn't the brothers and
We did.
sisters. Right.
The white
Exactly.
one, our government.
Exactly. So when you saying, oh, be enemy to China, but then it's like over here, you dudes is selling to the highest bidder. They already over here. They got land. But anyways,
Man, my biggest beef with them was how they did my man on the Star Wars.
oh yeah. Hey, that's gonna be another subject. Let's get
Yeah,
let's
let's
get
get
back.
to it.
Let's get back on oh, so with Dexter to close not to bring your stuff in full circle again, what you said earlier in the programming and the storytelling with Dexter and the Doak situation, what was lovely about that is that yes, it's always somebody there to point it out and nobody believes you. And the other thing is too, there are people,
They're pretty.
there are so many people out there that have these different ideas about stuff. Kind of like Niecy and her mystery Marvel novel that she's writing that have these ideas that are out there, like Dexter's, concept. Like, somebody was sitting around, well, what if you have a serial killer that did this, and this? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a superhero then, but then we got those real life mugs out there like Jeffrey Dahmer and then some other ones. But then you got some other ones that we don't even pay attention to that are kind of like, serial killer, somebody actually unalive somebody. Like I would say Harvey Weinstein, the stuff that he was doing behind the
So
scenes.
we had one right here in my city.
Right. Doing stuff behind the
There's
scenes.
supposedly an active one in Richmond right now. There's an active one in Richmond right now, snatching people from stores.
Whoa. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
So yeah, they're putting it together. I think you might be up to either 7 or 12 murders now that they're trying to connect them to.
Right. And
Yeah.
then the other one is with the Bay Harbor Butcher that I kind of enjoy, but if it was real life, I wouldn't enjoy it. Like I know what y'all was saying when you first came on. There are people out there that have never gotten caught. They have never been brought to justice or whatever. And sorry to make it political, y'all.
No, it's
5
all
minutes
right.
of politics.
But
5 minutes of politics. You ready? I
wait.
remember in 2016, everybody kept saying Trump's gonna get his, Trump's gonna get his. And my dumb ass, because I look at all these shows, I was like, no, he not. And I was like, there are people that have lived and never got there. I was like, look at the slave owners. They died,
Yeah.
slave owners happy. Like,
They die rich.
right. In their head, they this, and this. And so some of my family and friends looking at me like I was crazy. I'm like, it's true.
Huh?
And then
Yeah.
so I'm gonna leave that alone. Anyway.
Hey. Ah, damn it. No,
That's a whole nother show. I'm telling you, that's a whole nother show. That's a 2-hour show right there.
No, because we was talking about. No. Now I remember. You got. I got issues, but hey, I'm telling you right now, if they want to make some money, it's gonna have to be 2 studios working together. But they can make some motherfucking money. Cause I'm pitching it right here. So it's laying down right now that I'm pitching this idea. The best way for Dexter to go out, for them to finish the entire Dexter series is he moves to Chicago.
What?
Hold on, follow me now. Because, like I said, it would take motherfuckers working together. It would take Paramount working with Amazon. He moves to Chicago. Who's taking him down now? Who's going to be the motherfucker that can actually take his ass down in Chicago?
But do we want him taken down?
Alex Cross.
No, Alex Cross is in DC.
No, in the Amazon show, he in Chicago.
Forget Amazon. We're talking about the writer who writes him, James Patterson.
We talking about shows. We talking about shows.
So you want to put him together with the show.
Like when we're like basically like the final season
of
Dexter.
If you want to go ahead and put a period on the end of it.
In the final season
of I can see that.
Dexter, they do it where he moves to, let's just say whatever city Alex Cross is in.
And we let him and John Sampson take him out.
Of course,
you like John Sampson, don't you?
Now, keep in mind, it would take like that final season. Dexter, like he's not fully killed, you know what I mean? But it's the final season to like what's going on. But then you go to this other streaming site, and then you picking up on the next season of Alex Cross, and they give some Easter eggs.
He's studying them. Yeah.
Like they give Easter eggs, like in whatever the most recent season of Alex Cross, they're giving Easter eggs of this Dexter type, you know what I mean? And then he coming into their city, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna keep that on the back burner and solve out the rest of what we doing this season. And in that next season of Alex Cross, that's when you get the farewell to Dexter. It's a whole season of him going after Dexter, and then Dexter meets his end by the end somehow or another, goes to jail, which means he goes to jail alive, and there's a possibility for more, or he meets his end at the hands of Alex Cross.
Well, you know what will be good? He catches Dexter, but Dexter's son, Harrison, is kind of following in his footsteps. He catches Dexter, and in retaliation, his son is still out there killing in the Bay Harbor Butcher way. So he's like, who's still out here helping you? So he has to, in order for, he would have to make a deal. He's not going to turn in Harrison, but he wants him to maybe stop or whatever. So him and Alex, you know how Alex has that psychology degree. They could go into something where he gets him to stop. He won't arrest his son maybe, but he'll get him to stop.
Or becomes a mentor.
And Dexter will admit
since his son did say everything. He wanted to be a cop because of his dad.
Yeah.
Who better to learn under?
I think the problem with Harrison though is Harrison is this. He's a different side of the same coin. But with Harrison, he has a moral compass, but he won't hesitate to kill.
Imagine if Harrison had a father figure type,
right?
Like a stepdad that stood in the place of Dexter and actually taught him the right way.
I agree with that, but at the same time, I think Harrison
full circle. Except
I think Harrison
on the
is just fine.
Side of the coin.
I think Harrison is just fine. He just he's what we say on a certain given day. You can push somebody too far, but he could go from 0 to 100. It don't matter. He's gonna take you out,
right?
And so,
he doesn't hunt. He doesn't hunt like Dexter does. He just it's the opportunity.
But if you cross him,
what better opportunity would you have as a cop or detective?
Right, but then
trained under one of the best.
But he gonna end. but then we'll
I'm
see him.
sorry,
No,
I'm an
I don't
Alex
disagree.
Cross
I
fan.
don't disagree with any of
So
that. But I think the problem that Alex Cross would have with Harrison, which would be for a great storyline, would Harrison would probably in more situations than many take out people. I
yeah.
think he would take them out where
Just
Alex
just to
Cross would
take
have
them out.
right. But Alex Cross
Well,
would say
no,
they need
no,
to go
no,
to
no,
jail.
no, not
I mean,
just to
because
take them out, but because they falling through the cracks of the
that
justice
too.
system. You know what I
But
Right.
okay,
mean?
but then he's
And
doing the same
he's
thing as Dexter does.
Right.
exactly. See, we can't give him too much.
But I think the storyline behind we
Yeah,
got to give him enough
yeah,
because the storyline behind that is gonna be. I got to go with my idea again because my
yeah,
idea. I gotta go with my shit. That he has to more than often stop Harrison from taking people out because every time Harrison's anger, anger gets involved, Harrison would take him out because he got a superior hero complex.
Superiority complex.
Superior hero complex, a superior
yeah,
I
anti-hero
think
yeah.
he
complex.
does. I think he
Like
does.
He thinks he's a hero, but
it's
he
all three
kills
of
instead
them.
of bring him in.
He has the
Yeah,
superiority complex, he has the hero complex, and he has them both combined complex.
right. So for
Yeah,
like the regular police, when they stop you for a ticket, but the person end up dying. Like Harrison falls into that instead of giving them a ticket like Alec Cross, like man, we need to give him a ticket, but you end up taking unaliving them. Like that would always have to be a part of Harrison's thing. And then I guess the backstory of that he is the son of a serial killer.
Yeah.
yeah.
And basically born in blood like Dexter was.
Yeah. And so they had to write something else in there. Maybe he take trophies every time. Uh he take trophies too. Like, I don't know. But that would be kind of deep. So I was thinking because we're at 42 minutes that we're just gonna I'm gonna go change the thumbnail and make this into a Dexter conversation.
Oh yeah, my fault, my fault.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, it
I
got
just
that way.
I sat there binging the show, and yeah,
Why are we
got
looking at your
into it.
neck? You want to get bit like a vampire?
No, I moved my camera. Stop it.
Oh. Hey, so so they actually closed out Dexter Resurrection, the last episode, and they said this gonna be the last installment. And I'm gonna tell you, I was sad. I mean,
They gonna bring
so
them back.
if you watch, so I give an example. I'm gonna say, a CW Flash or Ghost with Tariq in it. What started making these shows cheesy to me is because you knew at some point the superhero was gonna win, like Tariq in every episode of Ghost. Every episode, like they didn't even take it to the next episode. Tariq being these situations that he could never think his way out of, and then he would think his way out of it. And I kind of started feeling like that's the same thing with Dexter, but for some odd reason, I love it with Dexter.
Yeah,
Like I love it. I'm like, yeah,
I'm
every
telling
time.
you, they gonna bring them back once this
Yeah,
gets to
they're gonna figure out
circulating.
a way to bring him back.
Once
Well,
this gets to circulating, they'll find a way because they know
look,
that'll make some money.
on my
And
cheap
that's a
web,
freebie. So
right,
pay attention to my comics.
right. So, so so they closed out the last episode. So I'm spoiler alerting this one. He sails out on a boat again and does the same thing he kind of did before. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I had a tear. It was a tear
Even
jerker.
I have a tear.
Right. I'm like, now I'm bored again, And so
I'm sorry, but the detective, that shit had me dying, or just like I knew it was coming at some point. I knew it as soon as her song came on.
oh yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, hell no, we can't leave.
And I would be interested for them to have a spinoff of those two, the detective and her partner, because she's kind of serious. She ain't an Alex Cross one, but she was robotic. She was interesting.
Shoot,
But
the next series might be called Harrison.
I don't think they're gonna go any further. I think with Dexter Resurrection, like what I was reading is that was something to satisfy the fans. That was truly to satisfy the fans, and I'm glad they did it. But I
Yeah, they
hope it
ended
will go
off
two,
right.
3 seasons. Yeah, I will. But we still got Dexter New Blood. Is it New Blood? What's the one with him prior to him becoming
Yeah,
Dexter?
that where
Yeah,
he
they're gonna
first
do it
met his son as a teen.
with Kristen Slater in there and a couple others. I don't I don't see that one going too far neither because you got to come to a point. So I don't know, but I'm kind of
Well,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm
The,
sad.
the,
well,
the
that's the
original
thing.
Dexter should have never ended. I
Well,
do.
think about it. There was Dexter New Blood, then Dexter Resurrection. They're just doing each season with a different title.
Right? Yeah,
So,
you're right. You're right. You're right. I can agree with that. But to go back to what Nisi said, I kind of feel like when they started killing off certain characters, like you needed
Right.
certain characters there to complement Dexter. And to me, Dokes was a big compliment. You know what I'm saying? To Dexter's
He
character.
was.
Yeah.
He was. And killing him off, I do believe that was a mistake because I think that you probably could have stretched it out even 3 or 4 more seasons with the original one because he could have, put Dokes onto this character, put Dokes onto, to this person
but
as the killer, and did all
but
this like misleadings instead of killing him off so fast.
you know why they had to kill him off.
Right.
For the same reason, there was no explanation on why Mr. Nancy was no longer involved in American Gods. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And,
Because you
and,
got
and
to.
like I can go in a bit deeper if y'all want, but if it makes sense, you know how Mr. Nancy was, and considering Orlando was making or like doing a lot of the writing and the script around those times. And once they got feedback of the reactions, like that speech he gave in the slave ship, you know, they was like, nah, we got to put a shutdown to this. Next
I
season,
mean,
he
even
was
even
nowhere
even
involved.
right, but even with LaGuardia, her character was borderlining on that. Yeah, a couple times in the show, but not in the New Blood. In the New Blood, they show that a little bit more. Latinx and
Yeah.
how she is, and this, and this, and how she was mistreated as a female, and the police, and how they just overlooked a lot of the stuff, and how she has to fight to move up and prove herself. So they show that a little bit more here and less of it in the Dexter regular season. So, but again,
We know,
once
they always got to give us little crumbs of stuff like that, just to keep it
Is
and that
new wait, to be clear, is New Blood the one where he meets his teenage son? You know,
no, hold on,
or is
Dexter
that
show.
First Blood?
Is it First Blood? Dexter show.
Because I'm starting to think like maybe I have not seen New Blood then. Because I know I saw the one where he
Right,
goes
right.
up.
So Dexter New Blood is a continuation, where he meets his son. So I need to find out the name of Dexter
Yeah, that
series.
might be First Blood.
Is it First Blood? Man, there's so
I
many
don't
of them.
know.
You're right.
Yeah.
Original Sin. It's Dexter Original Sin.
Okay.
Now, yeah, that Dexter Original Sin, they go a little bit more into it with LaGuardia
I
and
haven't watched
showing
that one yet.
what she
Yeah.
goes through as a Afro Latina and life, and then they also show us a little bit more what Deb went through as a teenager, dealing with her dad,
Wait,
and a woman.
and they each have one season. Am I right?
Right now they do, but
I see.
Dexter, is it Original
Resurrection.
Sin?
No, that's smart what they doing. It's like instead of giving you multiple seasons, let's give you one season of one, then give you another season that takes place at a different time span, you know,
Yeah.
and then one that's an actual continuation of another, then it's like, well, if y'all want to keep following these timelines, we can, depending on how much you like it,
Expand on. Yeah.
or we can keep putting these out. Yeah, I see what they doing.
So
That's pretty
LaGuardia,
smart.
right? So LaGuardia is played by Christina Milian, which is a great
Oh yeah.
addition to, yeah. And
Yeah,
she plays,
musician, right?
yeah, she plays her pretty good. It's convincing.
Mhm.
She plays her pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize it as her.
Right. So
So yeah, that's
and
crazy.
again, on IMDb, that show got a 8.2 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 70%. I'm trying to look for the audience score. So overall, I mean, I enjoy the show. Like one of the ways that I determine if I want to watch a show in our house is if I want to see what happens next to the character. If I want to see what happens next with the
After.
characters, right, then I'm all in. And that was the problem I was running into. I know Midnight Assassin on him, but with Peacemaker, I don't care what happens to Peacemaker next.
Oh no, that's
And
not.
then Niecy made it worse. She made it worse because then she pointed out why one of the reasons why I don't care, because they got cheesy ass outfits.
Cheesy.
Now hold on. Look at it like this. Now,
The outfits are crap.
now,
Like nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see the continuation of that.
but hey, I'm trying to tell you with Peacemaker, it's about if you want to try to see what's coming next. It's the searching out the Easter eggs to
Let those
like
Easter eggs
okay.
rot where they may with Peacemaker. Let those
Oh,
Easter eggs
Oh,
sit in the
hey,
bushes.
he
Let
there
them just
was a
fester
scene.
and rot.
There was a scene that I
The
just
orgy
felt
scene
like,
that everybody loves,
oh
is
no,
that what?
no, no. I'm talking about the scene that made me feel like I feel this man. I understand him. That's exactly how I the fuck feel. That's how I would have reacted. And that's when that alien walked the fuck out and he was like, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like I say hi to them all the time and they don't never say nothing back. You know,
hey,
I would be that damn mad after a while.
Charles
Look at
Hazleton,
them.
So
Look
real
at them outfits.
revelation. Tell me the difference between these outfits and Peacemaker outfits.
but yeah, see, they was some they was some old timers. They were some old timers. And
How?
that's and speaking on
Listen,
what you just said, because Netflix caused me to just like I have to be okay with not being able to know what else is going on with these characters because I'm so that show that you my god they ended it right before the motherfucking scene. I mean, you know that scene in the comics is coming up and they end it right
And they take it
before
out.
it
They take it out.
and then they cancel the show.
Create creative liberty. They have creative liberty.
But
oh God.
I sat there and was like, oh, I can't wait till season 2. I can't wait till season 2. I know what's coming. I know what's coming next. But then, oh, it's canceled. So we don't get to see that all that shit led up to. Like as the seasons were going, I'm like, oh, and it was getting closer and closer. I'm like, oh, that's a hell of a way to end it. Kind of like how Invincible was started, you know? But you gonna end it before the brother-in-law steps in and is like, let me make you think you somewhere nice and cozy. You know what I mean? Or we're having this intellectual debate about what's going on right now and how we need to handle things. In the meantime, in real life, you getting fucked off by like what 30, 40 different people, heroes. if you want to call them that. But they're like, we tired of this old man, but
Grandpa, do that.
yeah. But they end it right before that's what's next. Like when you know the story, it's like we know that's what's next. And hell yeah, I want to see that on live action. We
Well,
spent
you ain't
all
gonna
these
see it.
damn hours through this boring shit. You know what I mean?
To
But
take
then
out,
when it
to cut
gets
out the heart of it.
and then cancel
They
it.
took away the meat and potatoes. They gave you the appetizer. They gave you
Uh,
the sad salad, couple of
real, real,
mozzarella
real,
sticks.
real
No, they just
revelation.
gave us the breadsticks.
It's
That
okay,
was
bro.
it.
We're gonna give you a hug. There you go.
Appreciate it, man.
There you
Appreciate
go,
it.
Let me play the violin for you. I'm playing the violin for
Shit.
you.
Shit. Oh, all right. So we need to get ready to close out the show because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, TMI. TMI.
On Sunday, me and niece here, we started a poetry thing. It's only one show in. It starts at 6:00, so that'd be 3:00 your time.
7:00.
It's 7:00.
Are we doing it at 6 or 7?
Well, because you didn't answer me last time, so it ended up being
All
at 7. So do
Okay,
you
6
want to
o'clock.
have it at 6 or 7?
I mean, I like the 7:00 hour. I think that was a good time.
Okay, so 7:00 on Sunday, we just read poetry or whatever. I don't know if you do poetry, but I would love for you to come in there and spit some rhymes. You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean,
Because
rap
you
is
could do
just
it on the
rhythm
same
and
subject,
poetry.
right? And so then the other thing is that this week,
And I did get an award. Like I brag to my kids and stuff. Like I did get an award from poetry.com.
for
It's
real?
just for real.
Oh hell no!
I hold on. I could get up and go now, but I'll let you know. There's a book that it was actually published in.
What?
Oh yeah, well share that. I know my stuff will get an award then.
Yeah, it's
I
called music. I mean, hey.
I don't wrote 2. I only did 2.
No, I needed to get the information for
But
your
you didn't
book.
promote them. You didn't promote the books either. So you got to go back and promote them.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I know you published the book or have a book published.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that information so I could pick it up.
No, you ain't gotta buy it. I'll send you one. Because what I'm about to do,
Still send
what I'm
out
about to
that
do,
information so folks can pick it up.
what I'm about to
Right.
do is I'm about to go lower the price on Amazon, and then I'm gonna buy like 100 of them, and then sell them on TikTok for 4 times the price. Because
Okay.
because
He's
with
also going to
Amazon,
help promote my poetry book. So that'll be
right,
great. Yeah.
right, and so that's what I'm saying. So when we create these TikToks channels, it can be
Yeah.
we can share each other's stuff and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing. And so later on tonight, I'm gonna build your TikTok. So if you could send me, look like I need your birth date and I got all your other information, and then I'm gonna send you a text. And once I send you the text, that's when I start building it because it's gonna send a code to your phone for you to give to me, and then I'll finish building it real fast for you, and then you can go on and complete the rest. But it's a simple process. And then once we do that, I got 2 channels because I got issues. Because remember, back in the day, you had if you wanted a niche or whatever, you went this
Right.
way. But I didn't know
You
I
a
was crazy.
Gemini.
Right. So, one swole generation, the poetry set, and then my comics. And then I got one more coming. I think this is gonna be the one. But anyway, so I changed
And
one swole
don't forget we
generation.
got to create the murder one too.
Right. So I changed one swole generation on TikTok to the poetry set because I wanted to kind of reflect that a little bit more. And then that's it. So it'll be 2 that you'll be participating in every once in a while on TikTok, which is my comics and poetry set. But when I hit you up for my comics, I probably already be on live because I ain't really like working. I'm setting up my business. But you getting on there talking will get you so much exposure, and then at the same time we bring up your stuff. So I'm gonna name, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna name your stuff Real Revelation YouTube. So it goes back to your channel on YouTube also. So you promote your music on your channel.
Well, if you're gonna put Real Revelation, put the Real Revelation.
Yes, Sergeant.
Cause it's just Revelation, cause I'm the OG Revelation.
Oh my.
But the Real Revelation fits just as well.
Yes, Sergeant. I will do that. So
And that
other
name
than
was
that,
given to me.
by who? I hope it won the Eagles.
Nah, it was back when I was like in the 7th grade, and I was reading a poem out loud. Like someone, I was reading a poem out loud, and somebody started beatboxing, and this dude has skills. Robert Perry has skills. Sound like you actually listening to a damn radio right there. But started beatboxing, and it's like, how long you been rapping? All right, this was a poem, you know. But I just stuck with it for a while. It helped, music therapy.
Okay. So, like I said, I'll get on that. We now know where the origin of Real Revelation come from. The Real Revelation. So other than that, I'll text y'all later on, and then me and Nisi already have a date for 6:00 on Sunday. But I'm gonna text you later on once I get done with the other stuff. So this will conclude the show. Do y'all have anything you want to say before we close out? The Dexter show.
The Dexter show. I know we've talked about Dexter like 3 times. Dexter,
it's worth it. We might have to revisit.
I think we must have a little serial killer involved.
Y'all. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.
All right. Peace out.
My comics, my comics, my comics, my comics, my comics.